Sydney's talking sharks. There have been a number of bites over the last few days. Beaches in this area have all been closed, and the advice is to just get in the pools.
Probably wouldn't be swimming if I wasn't in a net at this point, and maybe wait for the water to go a bit clearer.
We saw someone swimming before and we were like, is she out in the ocean? She wasn't, thank God.
A combination of a lot of rain, a lot of runoff running into the harbour. We're on the harbour right now. Warm water, brackish conditions in the sea and in the harbour has meant that this sort of almost a perfect storm for sharks.
And that increases the likelihood of species like bull sharks to be in those coastal habitats. They're following the food, they're following the nutrients that are coming out of those river plumes. So it's very much an overlap in habitat.
So what conditions would you tell people to watch out for when they're considering swimming to avoid risk of encountering a shark?
In the hours after a heavy rain event, when there's been lots of rainfall, turbid, unsettled water, dawn and dusk, and very warm water. These are the things that sharks like and that are going to increase your chances of encountering a shark.
So how much time do you think has to pass between rainy conditions and getting back in the water?
Look, it depends on the conditions and it depends on where you're swimming. I think for a major rain event, a huge storm that's brought a lot of rain, I'd be out of the harbour for maybe 72 hours. The water tends to clear much more slowly from the harbour. Certainly open beaches that are facing the ocean, 24 hours, maybe a little longer than that.
So Sydney drainage, is that a problem with how sewage is entering our waterways?
Sydney has a pretty old drainage system and a pretty archaic way of dealing with sewage, so we do see things like the poo balls that are washing up off beaches off Sydney. When there's significant rain events, effluent is washed into Sydney Harbour. The nutrients in that attract fish, that attracts sharks, and so yes, that is a factor in increasing the risk of shark encounters in a place like Sydney Harbour. We do need to remember that shark attacks are exceedingly rare. We don't have hundreds of news stories when there hasn't been a shark attack for 2 years. When they happen, there is something primordial, there's something primal about the fear of shark attack, but there are ways we can reduce our risk, and we do need to remember that these are exceedingly rare events for the millions of hours that people spend enjoying the water.